Hello and welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture what we will do is that finally we will learn how to write data from our application to the Firebase database. So as you could see right now, we don't have anything on the database. So the first thing which you need to do is that you need to go ahead and get a reference to the database itself. So even before you write anything, you do need to have a database reference. And now let's go ahead and learn how to get a reference to the database. So first, to get a reference to the database, you get the instance of the database itself. So we type Firebase database, then you go ahead and type in database, and then this is going to be equal to Firebase database dot get instance. So now the Firebase database instance is stored in the variable which is called as database. Now the next thing which we do is that we get a reference itself. So what we will do is that we will go ahead and get a database reference. So we will type database reference myref. So this is actually the code which I am directly copying from here, which is actually provided by Firebase itself, and it actually makes the job quite easier. So instead of reading the documentation, they have provided small code snippets over here. So this is going to be equal to database dot get reference, and what we could do here is that you could get a reference to one of the fields over here. So right now we have no field over here in the database because we have not yet created that. So let's go ahead and create a field, and let's name this thing as my message. And once we have a reference to this field, let's set the value of this field to hello there. So you could type in myref dot set value, and you could set the value as, let's say, hello there. So as you could see, I have modified my code a little bit from here, and now what you could do is that you could run this application on your device, and this application does not have any content. It basically has a simple text view, but what this is going to do is that as we have got the reference to the Firebase database and set the value in onCreate, as soon as the application is created, you will be able to notice a real-time change in the database even without refreshing the browser window. So in order to notice this change, what I'll do is that I'll run this application on my device, and I'll bring up the browser window as well so that you'll be able to see the change over here. So it's actually going to take a while for the app to load up. Okay, so let's wait for the application to load up on my device. And as soon as the onCreate method inside the app is executed, you will be able to see a change over here. Okay, the application is actually just getting started on my device, and let's see how this thing actually changes. Okay, so as you could see, instantly the field value actually changed to my message, and now we have a message which says hello there. So as you could see, the Firebase database instantly updates the database even without the need to refresh the window, and it actually does the same thing when you actually go ahead and make changes over here. So let's say if this field is somewhere displayed in your application and you make changes over here, as soon as you make changes over here, those changes are reflected on your application as well. So that's it for this lecture, and I hope you guys were able to understand how to go ahead and insert data into the Firebase application. So in the next lecture, what we will do is that we will go ahead and we will add a simple edit text over here wherein you could enter your message manually, and that message is going to be added to the Firebase database. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.